Hello everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel Agri Study with Tasif. Let us discuss about the traditional and modern beekeeping methods. Beekeeping is the maintenance of the honeybee colonies by an apiarist, that is a beekeeper, to harvest honey and other products obtained from bees. Honey is a highly valued food product produced by the honeybees, and it is also used as a medicine. In addition to honey, other bee products like bee wax, pollen, royal jelly, and bee venom are also produced by the honeybees. Bee wax, it is used in ointments, cosmetics, etc. Pollen, it is used as a food supplement as a high source of protein. It is consumed in the form of tablets and even in syrups. Royal jelly, it is also a nutritional food product. And bee venom, this bee venom is used to cure arthritis. More than the producers of these hive products, bees play an important role in pollination of plants while collecting their food from flowers in the form of nectar and pollen. Nearly more than 80% of the pollination is done by honeybees. Visitation by honeybees between different varieties, distant varieties or cultivars promotes hybridization and helps sparse populations to survive. The science of rearing honeybees or beekeeping, it is known as apiculture. Let us know about the history of beekeeping. Primitive man used to rob bee colonies found in the cavities of hollow trees or on rocks, and in traditional mud houses, which is still being followed by some of the tribes. There was no development in beekeeping until 16th century. Proper beekeeping started only when man started giving protection to colonies found in the nature. Development of modern beekeeping has its origin between 1500 and 1851, when many attempts were made to domesticate bees in different types of hives, but they were not successful because bees attached their combs together as well as to the walls of the hive, and combs required had to be cut for the honey, which would destroy the combs. The discovery of the principle of bee space in 1851 by L. Langstroth in USA resulted in first truly movable frame hive. This bee space, it is the optimum distance to be left in between two adjacent comb surfaces in a beehive, which is essential for normal movement and functioning of the bees. It is too small for comb construction and too large for the propolis deposition. It varies with honeybee species. If Indian bees are reared, the recommended bee space is 7 to 9 mm. If Italian bees are reared, the recommendation is 10 mm bee space. And the importance of movable frame hives are: it is easy for the farmer or the beekeeper to monitor, and the bees are less disturbed in movable frame hives. The brood is well developed and they are maintained properly in movable frame hives. Old and damaged combs can be removed easily. Artificial queen rearing can also be done in this. Bees can be fed artificially. Honey can be extracted without damaging the comb. More honey can be extracted if more supers or more frames are kept inside the hive. Let us know about the traditional beekeeping methods. Bees are reared in clay pots, and holes are created on the pot so that the air can pass through it, and bee wax is smeared inside the clay pots. This bee wax, which is smeared, acts as a bait to attract the honeybees in the gardens and the farms, and this created clay pots are kept inside the gardens to attract the honeybees, and the honeybees attract, they colonize the pots, and store honey. They act as instruments to attract the swarms. Once the colony is set, another pot is inverted over it as protection. And the other methods are trunks of the trees or hollow wooden logs are used as hives. However, this is in altitudes above 1800 meter above the sea level. The grass hives are also used. These long grasses are woven in the form of baskets, and they are hung above on the trees, and again the wax is smeared inside it, which is acting as a bait to attract the honeybees. The both the ends are open in case of trunks, hollow wooden log hives and grass hives, and they are hung about on the trees. Modern beekeeping. The modern beehive is called movable frame hive, which is made up of a wooden box. The bottom frame, the lower bottom wooden plate is known as the bottom board. It has a small extension on which the honeybees will be landing. It has an hive entrance. The above the bottom board there is a brood chamber or the hive body. It is a four-sided rectangular wooden box of cross section without a top and bottom. It is kept on the floorboard. A rabbet is cut in the front and back walls of the brood chamber. The brood frames rest on the rabbet walls, and the brood is developed by the honeybees, worker bees inside the brood chamber. In between the brood chamber and the super chamber, there is a queen excluder. This queen excluder restrict the movement or the entry of the queen bee from the brood chamber to the super chamber. The principle is the queen excluder has the open cells. It has this space only for the entry of the honeybee, worker bee. The size of the queen bee is larger than compared to the worker bee. Only worker bees can pass through the queen excluder from brood chamber to the super chamber. The queen cannot pass through it because the size of the queen is big and the cell of the queen excluder is smaller than the size of the queen bee. If the queen bee passes from brood chamber to the super chamber, it starts laying its eggs inside the super chamber also, and it will spoil the honey. The super chamber consists of these frames only for the collection of and storing of the honey. The worker bee which passes through the queen excluder stores and collects the honey inside the super chamber. Above the super chamber there is an inner cover, and above the inner cover there is an outer cover. These modern bee boxes can be painted with white color, blue color or green color so that the honeybees get attracted to these boxes, and it will not trap heat. The boxes are colored only with light colors so that it will not trap heat. There are different types of movable frame hives such as Newton's hive, Marthandam hives, Langstroth hives, etc. Thank you.